So,
there's one other question right here. What's this right here?
pre-workout meal, carb supplement, or
So my
stating queso plate.
queso plate always queso plate always
Gut
works.
busters all day.
Yep, wait. What's up, crew? Welcome to episode 10 of Vlogmas.
My name is John Connie, aka Big Man Syndrome, and if you're not a part of the crew, so earlier I recorded a Q&A with Neal. I'd say it was somewhat successful. I was actually very surprised at how few questions we got, because he has a pretty big following and they're usually very, very active, and I was kind of confused. I figured there would be so many more questions. Now, we did get 189 total visitors while we were live, which was pretty exciting, and I can tell that Neal really enjoys being able to provide feedback, which is why I think people should be super excited about the fact that he's doing programming. Like, he wants people to succeed. He might be like somewhat harsh in person. He's definitely a football style coach. Like, he will yell at you even if you are not an athlete. He genuinely just wants to see people improve. So when he sees a question, like, I was ready to jump off, and I think 15 or so minutes had passed. I knew he had to go somewhere. I had basically closed it out, and I mentioned one of the questions that, you know, kind of glazed over, and then he was like, oh, there was other questions, and he started scrolling. I was like, he wants to answer more questions. By all means, shoot.
Yeah.
We are going live.
Do we have to hit live? Go live?
Yes, but just so you know, we're live.
Yeah, that's fine.
For real live.
I know.
Like, don't fuck up.
You guys going on Facebook Live or YouTube?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
One of those things.
YouTube. I see.
All of them. Gee. Neal Maddox.
Yep. What's going on, guys?
No one's joined just yet, but we're going to answer some questions. Did a story post with the Q&A. Barely see this stuff with the little fluffy.
I know, with the microphone, it's hard to see. I got Bella too. Here, look
Look at that.
Look at who it is. Say hi, Bella. Oh, give me a kiss.
All right, so we did a quick Q&A in somewhat of a partnership with my YouTube channel. After we're done with this, if you want to have an opportunity to win 1 month of Maddox Method free programming, it's going to be the performance version, so you're going to see everything, full access. After we're done here, go back to Neal's stories and swipe up. There will be a link, a couple ways to enter, but we're going to go ahead and just go down these questions that were asked. And the first one we're going to ask here is, what is your best advice to a new CrossFitter?
Well, if you're new to CrossFit, what I tell people, be patient. I get a lot of new people who come in and say they want to make it to the games, but it's a process. So be patient is the first thing that I'd recommend. It will eventually come, but you know, learn to crawl before you learn how to walk. A lot of people want to just go right into a sprint. All right, there's a process to everything. Follow the process of whatever gym you're at, and they should be able to lead you to your goals.
Does Bella have a boyfriend by now?
Bella, nope, she'll never have a boyfriend.
True father right there. How old is Bella from the same person?
Actually, she turns 5 on New Year's.
Oh, dang.
So her birthday's New Year's.
That's awesome. Then might as well just go down the line. How old is Asia?
Asia is going to be 10 in June, and Rocky will be 13 in May.
Rocky is the old feller.
Yeah, Rocky's my old man.
How does recovery play into being a master's athlete or in master's training? Is it there more recovery or is it different?
Master's recovery. That's the number one game. I mean, the biggest thing is you have to focus on your recovery in order for you to be able to come back and be able to volumize yourself in your workouts. The biggest thing that I found in this past year when I was training was I shortened up my training blocks. I focused on more intensity versus volume, but once I got the intensity, my recovery part was pretty much all day, meaning that, you know, how much time did I spend on my legs? What was I eating? Because that's part of my recovery. Was I taking naps? Was I doing cold therapy? You know, chilling my body out to let my joints recover. I also use tools like Normatec, Mark Pro. Also, you know, I got a lot of scraping done, but I mean, that's all part of the recovery process.
And is that different from what you did before? Did you add more to your recovery protocol?
As I got older, I had to add more stuff to my recovery and I consider recovery is just as important as my training.
What was your first CrossFit workout?
My first CrossFit workout was Linda, 3 bars of death. That's the first workout I've ever done in CrossFit. I was transitioning from being a football player into CrossFit, and that workout just really was a spicy one. My buddy Jacoble showed it to me, and it was a very spicy one. So it's kind of cool that I got to experience Linda in my last regionals, and I got to compete in this last year. So that was my first workout and my last workout heading out of regionals.
Dang it. Wasn't it also in the qualifier for Masters?
I have no idea if it was in the. I don't remember ever.
I remember we were just practicing it for regionals. I remember doing it. And I was like, God,
he did it with me.
I did it a while ago, and it was great when I did it because the rules were different. I think or we did it wrong, and then we did it for regionals prep, and I'm like, where the hell did my fitness go? And then how was your time in Costa Rica?
How was my time in Costa Rica? It was cool. I got to meet a lot of good people out there, and I got to see the CrossFit community out in Costa Rica. It's a thriving community. It reminded me a little bit back when, 2012, the 2011, 2012 years and stuff like that. A lot of energy, but great people, great community, good food.
Did you do anything fun, or you just all work?
Honestly, I was at the competition every day, and I was just working with Victor, so I didn't really do anything fun.
So we had some questions pop up.
Yeah,
here.
what are some of the other questions?
Let's see. Wow, look at all that. Okay. Big question. Are you going to compete this next year, Neal?
No, I'm not competing anymore.
Not in CrossFit, at least.
CrossFit is not, I'm not focusing on competing in CrossFit. My main focus is to work with athletes and help train and develop athletes for CrossFit, or, those are my NFL athletes and so forth like that. My goal is to focus on being the best coach that I can possibly be. So the energy that I would have put into training all day will be focused on putting it into the athletes who want to get better and get to the level in which I used to be when I was in the open division.
And then we got, hi coach, big fan, loved your podcast with Jason Khalipa. I still have to watch that whole thing. Bonjour de France.
What's up, France?
On average, how many calories per day do you consume?
Well, I know how many I've been burning. On the average right now, I've been tracking what I've been burning. My average calorie burn so far has been about 6,800 to 7,600. That's my average daily calorie burn that I burn. And my strain level is anywhere from 18 to 20. It's kind of funny because when I was training and I was competing, my calorie burn was less and my strain was less, due to the fact that now I'm way more active versus when I was training. I tried to stay off my legs and try to kind of decrease the activity in order for me to help that recovery piece that I was talking about earlier. So nowadays I'm burning more calories. My strain is a little bit more just due to the fact that I'm on my feet a lot more and just having longer days at the gym.
You train every day?
Do I train every day lately? No. I was just in Costa Rica, didn't train for 6 days, came back, worked out for 3 days. Then I had training camps here and all that stuff, and didn't get to work out for 2 days. And then I barely got to work out today. So beforehand, I would always find a time to get it done. However, based off of recovery, based off of where I'm at, I adjust my training protocol because I'm not hitting it like I used to. So I have to be a little bit smarter with my approach. So if I don't work out, I don't come back and just blast myself. I slowly work myself into it. I'm barely starting to get back onto my Olympic lifting program. So my goal is to train at least 5 days a week. And the main focus is just building strength right now to get those max lifts up.
And there's a quick question of, would you rather be pumped up or really calmed before an event?
It depends on the event. If it's like a max lift and stuff like that, I want to be pumped up. But if it's something that I know is going to shoot my heart rate out the roof, I want to be nice and calm and collected because I don't want to go into that workout or that event with my heart rate spiked. One max lift, I can go with it spiked because it's only one lift. But if it's like a competition where Fran, I don't want my heart rate spiked before Fran. I want to make sure that I can approach it, and then when I go, I can maintain it and regulate it during my workout.
All right, so we got a couple questions that came in, but Neal definitely has to go. More information on Maddox Method, you can go to maddoxmethod.com. There's a lot of good stuff there. One of the questions before we get off here was about how to build strength for Olympic lifts. The funny thing about that is a lot of content is going to be coming in soon via my channel. Me and him are going to be training our strength for the Olympic lifts specifically, so we're going to collaborate a little bit more with that. So if you want to see more of that,
so you'll be able to get to see our process and the whole process in which I'm taking in order to try to break the American record in the snatch and clean and jerk.
exactly. So youtube.com
masters, remember, not open division, masters.
Big difference.
40 to 44.
And I obviously have no real goal as far as the weightlifting. I just want to do more competitions. So
There's one other question right here. What's this right here?
pre-workout meal, carb supplement, or
So my
stating queso plate.
queso plate always queso plate always
Gut
works.
busters all day.
Yeah, wait.
We're gonna definitely try to go live more often. I mentioned to him like once a week if we can, at minimum twice a month, where he's going to just provide his experience and just think out loud a lot of the time. So with that said, we've got a winner for the Maddox Method giveaway round 2, and that is Joey Seltzer. Congratulations, thank you for participating, and a big thank you to everybody who is putting in entries. Especially if you're putting all 7 entries. Like, I feel like all I had to do was hit 1 entry. I usually stick to just that because clicking through all those buttons can be a little bit of a pain. So thank you everybody who's been putting in the participation, and congrats to Joey. Welcome to the Maddox Method for at least the next month, and hope you stick around. On to the next one. We now move on to Onnit, and I'm pretty excited with what they will be giving away. There's 2 different kits, and this first one is essentially really close to home, which I just realized. I have an infusion tomorrow, so I might as well talk about why this is an important kit tomorrow. So what's in the kit is Total Gut Health, Shroom Tech Immune System, Digest Tech, and Viru Tech, which essentially all of that combined is just really good for your system. So tomorrow I get my infusion, and next week I go and see the doctor. So we're gonna be sort of in a different headspace starting in January. Like, this last year I've been really wanting to get into a better spot with food and get off of medicine, but I really just haven't been good at it. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Thanks again for participating in the Maddox Method giveaway. Make sure to go down below and sign up for the Onnit giveaway. I just had a change in scheduling with somebody that was going to be on the channel. I might be moving them to another day and bumping up one of the other giveaways, so stay tuned for links down below. I don't know if there's going to be a set of them or if I'm going to have to potentially skip, because another one is, Big Man Media giveaway. I may or may not be able to do that one, but we'll see. I need to figure some stuff out. Need to think about that tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, join the crew. And if you're not new, tap and go to that like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are things that help grow the crew. And until tomorrow, Merry freaking Vlogmas. I'll see you later, crew.